Civilization is one of the most commonly used words in history, politics, and everyday conversation. We talk about ancient civilizations, modern civilization, and even describe certain behaviors as civilized or uncivilized. Yet, despite how often the word is used, its meaning is not always clearly understood. Before we can properly explain how civilizations rise, develop, decline, or collapse, we must first understand what civilization actually means. At its simplest level, civilization refers to an advanced stage of human social development. It describes the process through which human beings move from small, scattered communities into large, complex, and organized societies. These societies are usually characterized by structured governments, laws, cities, economic systems, technology, culture, and shared values. Civilization, therefore, is not a single invention or event. It is a long and gradual process shaped by human choices and historical conditions. Different dictionaries and scholars define civilization in slightly different ways, each emphasizing certain features over others. When these definitions are compared, they help us gain a broader and deeper understanding of the concept. The Oxford English Dictionary defines civilization as the stage of human social and cultural development and organization that is considered most advanced. This definition highlights two key ideas: development and organization. According to this view, civilization is something that evolves over time as societies become more complex and better organized. It also suggests that civilization involves culture, institutions, and systems that distinguish advanced societies from simpler ones. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary offers a more specific interpretation. It describes civilization as a relatively high level of cultural and technological development, especially the stage at which writing and the keeping of written records are achieved. This definition places strong emphasis on writing. Writing allows societies to preserve laws, history, religious beliefs, scientific knowledge, and cultural traditions. Because of this, historians often say that recorded history begins where writing begins. The Cambridge Dictionary defines civilization as human society with well-developed social organizations, or as the culture and way of life of a society or country. This explanation shifts attention away from technology alone and focuses more on social relationships, cultural practices, and everyday life. It reminds us that civilization is not only about cities or machines, but also about how people live together, cooperate, and share values. Similarly, the Collins Dictionary defines civilization as an advanced stage of social development in which people live in towns and cities and have developed systems of government, laws, and communication. This definition connects civilization closely with urban life and formal institutions. According to this view, civilization emerges when societies create stable systems that regulate behavior and maintain order on a large scale. Beyond dictionaries, historians and scholars have also contributed important ideas about civilization. The historian E.H. Carr viewed civilization as the result of continuous interaction between humans and their environment. He emphasized that civilization is shaped by social needs, economic systems, political institutions, and human decisions. From this perspective, civilization is not predetermined or fixed, but constantly changing as people respond to new challenges and circumstances. The archaeologist V. Gordon Childe offered one of the most influential scholarly explanations of civilization through his concept of the urban revolution. According to Childe, civilization is marked by the rise of permanent cities, division of labor, social classes, surplus food production, long-distance trade, organized religion, monumental architecture, and the development of writing. For him, civilization begins when societies produce more than they immediately need, allowing specialization and complex institutions to develop. When all these definitions are compared, it becomes clear that no single explanation fully captures the meaning of civilization. Instead, civilization is best understood as a combination of several interconnected elements. These include organized government, legal systems, urban centers, economic activity beyond basic survival, cultural expression, technological advancement, and written communication. In simple terms, civilization can be described as the complex way human beings organize life on a large scale. It reflects humanity's ability to cooperate, create institutions, preserve knowledge, and adapt to changing conditions over long periods of time. Defining civilization is important because it influences how history is written and understood. Earlier historians often used narrow definitions that favored European societies while ignoring or undervaluing civilizations in Africa, Asia, and the Americas. Modern historical studies now recognize that civilization developed independently in many parts of the world, each following its own unique path shaped by environment, culture, and historical experience. Now that we have a clear understanding of what civilization means, the next important question is how civilizations come into existence in the first place. Why do some societies develop complex institutions, cities, and technologies, while others remain small and less organized? To answer these questions, historians have developed various theories of civilization. In the next section, we will begin by examining one of the most influential of these ideas, the social contract theory. Now, as we move into the theories that explain how civilizations emerge, grow, and sometimes decline, it is important to have a simple way of remembering them. History involves many ideas, and without a good memory aid, it is easy to get confused. To make things easier and more organized, we will be using a simple acronym throughout this discussion. The acronym we will use is TEMS-DCC. This acronym will serve as a guide, helping us remember the major theories of civilization in a logical and systematic way. Each letter in the acronym represents a particular theory that historians and scholars have used to explain the development of civilization. By following this pattern, you will find it easier to recall the theories during examinations, lectures, discussions, or even casual conversations about history.
Let us now begin with the first theory in our acronym, TEMS-DCC.